Okay, so Whitney, there's no reason why it's not working on your end. It's my end, I know. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna have to fix this later. Okay.
Okay, that's okay.
Very sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with some of these questions that you sent.
Okay. Well, first of all, can I just tell you, I get very tearful, and I just want to thank you so much. And I wish you could see me when I'm saying this. But um, I'm 60 years old. I've done amazing things in my life. I went from literally an abusive relationship, very, very bad, for 21 years, to going into hiding, to being in a little abused, what do you call it, battered women's shelter in Denver. Here I am, a Southern girl from South Carolina, wondering what in the world I'm doing in a battered women's shelter in Denver. That was a long time ago, 1993. And someone quickly borrowed $3,000 first time ever and drove out to Berkeley, California, and learned Chinese medicine and came back with a little certificate. And the next thing you know, I was running for my life and in hiding. And where did I go? I want to tell you this. I said, I can either go, they said, you can go anywhere, we'll hide you for 6 weeks. And I said, well, I can go to Montana, where I would like to go, or I can go to Aspen, Colorado. And I thought, you can either go, you have the same $10 someone gave you in your gas tank, you have the same energy, and you have this little certificate, which was silly, but it was a gizmo. It was something I could use to work with. And I said, you can go to Kmart or you can go to Saks Fifth Avenue. And so I chose Saks Fifth Avenue. And within 3 weeks, I was working with producers and actors and flying on Learjets. And I lived that life for 13 years. I worked with the heads of Hallmark, GM. I had all the U.S. senators. They were all and because I was good at what I did, and I had this little gizmo, I was different from everybody else because I called the best school in the country and learned the best stuff in just a month. And I lived an extraordinary life. And then I went and did some other things, and I've just turned 60 years old a few days ago. And I married a mad scientist who's really disrupted my life entirely. And the other day, about a month ago, no, it's been 2 months, I was on a backcountry road in Georgia trying to find the right place to be because we'd been to Ecuador, the Caribbean, we've been everywhere. I won't go into that story. And I said, where am I supposed to be right now? What's my new life? What am I supposed to be doing? And by the way, because I had no money, I just go find the ugliest house you ever saw over 30 years. And I'd work my hands to the bones. I always said, I'll do what it doesn't take brains to do. You do what it takes brains to do. So I would hire the minimal person that could use his brains to build. If a wall came down or if it had to go to the dump, I did it. And I worked 30 years like that with 10 different houses. And I always got owner financing because I couldn't get bank financing. So I kept saying there's got to be some grassroots way that I can turn this into a business so that I can, I helped people remodel themselves. I was a muse. I was a therapist to all these great people. How can I turn that into houses and making them beautiful and giving people back? So now I'm 60. I'm exhausted. I've worked my hands to the bones. And when I came across your information, I thought, oh my God. And I also was a realtor in New Mexico for a minute. And this realtor, he sold resorts, came into derelict resorts and would resell all of them. And he did it. He was a master. He died, actually. And he taught me. I said, you walk me around and you show me your system. I said, I'm real slow at learning, very slow. But once I get your solution or your, what do you call it? Your
System.
system, I will never veer from it. I will stay on it, and I'll do it, and I'll charm people. And so he would sit up on the terrace looking down at me. This was about 5 years ago, and marvel, because he said he had never seen anyone charm people and love them and care for them and do the deal all at once like that. So I just want to give you my story a little bit, and thank you, because I found myself 2 months ago out on a road in Georgia. I had the first accident in 42 years. I still don't know how it happened. And a huge 2-cab farm pickup truck went over the top of my vehicle. And I was laying out on the road. And at this point, after all I've done, all the work I've done, I'm living in a camper. And my only car that was paid for was ruined. And so I said to myself, what the heck am I doing? I got to get empowered again, because I married this man and we give away our power. I have 5 sisters. All 6 of us had an abusive father, and we give away our power every single damn time. They're all amazing. They became doctors and lawyers and Indian chiefs. My sisters, amazing women. From nothing, they became something. They're very ambitious. We're amazing women. But the minute we get a man in our life, we give it all up for him. And I gave it all up for 8 years, and I'm down to the bones again. So I'm so grateful I have this opportunity. I'm so grateful I have this luxury of a system. See, yet I'm back again to a system. And you have shown it so clearly. It's just, I'm like, and this girl from, you said, South Carolina, that went to Knoxville, your family, you did make me feel like, God, I can do this, and I could bite it off a little bit at a time. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am. So I want to go back to Saks Fifth Avenue, and I want to jump. I don't want to do this whole, I can do the work slowly. I'm fine. I'm a Taurus. I'm a bull. I can make it happen. But I'm 60 also, and I'm trying to be a little smarter. So how do I jump from here to something really lucrative? And I see what you're doing, and I can do this leaps option thing. It scares me to death, and I'm going to do it, because I know there's a lot of competition right now, a lot of people doing what we're doing.
But when you go out and you be you, and your sellers get invested in you, they're not going to go cheat on you.
True.
They're going to love you. They're going to want you to benefit. They're going to want you to do amazing stuff. They're going to want you to be really successful. They're going to want you to make a lot of money.
Right.
And okay. you can talk to them about that, saying, I want you to know that when we sign this contract, this is me and you doing business. So I don't want you out there, flirting around and seeing what else you can get under contract. You're not going to do that to me, are you? And no, they're not going to do that. So you kind of pre-fronted that.
Right.
Without having to say, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Whitney, you're the best. Thank you. You know what? I'm just so impressed with you. You're half my age, and you've done things like your mom and I. You've done it so much smarter.
Well, it's just different, and you got plenty of time to catch up. It took me 3 years to get here. You got 3 years.
Okay.
1 deal a month, and
okay,
you'll be there.
Real quick, how about termite inspections, foundation? You're not ever worried about any of that? Because you probably do middle-class houses, and it's not really an issue.
And I've had my most expensive house, actually, I had a $225,000 lake house. And when I went to sell it, it boomeranged on me. It came back. And when I went to sell it, we found termites in the basement.
Yeah.
It happens. I called a bug guy. He went and killed them. We sold the house.
Okay. Who does the maintenance on the yards and everything while you're...
I try to get my sellers to do that. I fluff them up a little bit and let them know that if they'll keep the yard up and they'll make the electric payments, then I'll be able to sell this thing a lot faster.
And who does the attorney's contract closing?
I pay for that.
Okay, so that's something that needs to be. All right, listen.
But that should only be $500, $600, $700.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh, and I'm looking forward to that because I've got an attorney that's excited about that. So
Good.
okay, so all I want to say is I know you're going to become more and more inaccessible, but I'm one of the people that are going to be with you all the way, okay? And I know you're going to be kind of elevating yourself to commercial properties and so forth, and I'm right behind you.
Come
So
on.
let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm excited.
Absolutely.
And thanks for focusing on women. I'm so excited about that.
Good.
Should I
Absolutely.
open a small office? Can I call it Sunny Life Properties? I
Yeah.
just passed the national board and the state board, and I'm not getting my license.
You can call your LLC whatever you'd like to. I would make sure that the domain is available.
I have it already.
Okay, good. And Sunny Life. So if you're gonna be in South Carolina, I'm just saying you might want SONN and SUNN.
Oh yeah. Okay.
People will type it wrong, and then it can just go to where it's supposed to go.
Okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, it is. It for me, it's important because now it's going to be a sunny life.
Yes,
This last
it is.
phase of the last phase of my life, it's been rough, 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 rough. How could I tell you all of it? But this last phase of my life, I'm in the youth of my old age, and it's going to be a sunny freaking life. I'm ready to play.
You got it. You let me know if you have any questions, okay? I'm here for you.
Thank you so very much for your time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Great. Okay. Bye.
Bye.